Hey, it's Edge here for Counter Trend Capital, and on today's video we're taking a look at technical analysis for Apple with Elliott wave theory. So again, we're going to be looking into the very small time frame, but obviously first I want to establish some kind of relationship with the higher time frames and how we can be utilizing that to our advantage. So on higher time frame, currently on monthly time frame, again this stock has been around since the early 1980s, so it has had a massive increase in price. Obviously, if we are looking at arithmetic scale, we can't really look at any Fibonacci extensions, but instead we should be using probably the log scale version of it, so we can establish at least some kind of a wave count. I've had this kind of idea previously. This area here is pure speculation. This 1-2 also is pure speculation. That is just because, again, this looked more corrective coming down. It is possible that we have a start of the count here as well as a 1-2, but I'm not going to go too detail into this higher time frame structures, as I don't really trade this either. So again, we have a couple of alternates here thrown around, maybe 1-2, 1-2s, 3s, 4s, and again yet another 3s, 4s, and 5s here. This has been the idea for a very long time already, that we have established a wave 3 up top at the end of 2021 here for at least Apple. Very similar to the other indices, as this is very large part of that indices, and again determining quite a lot. Now, if this indeed is a third of something, what is coming is a fourth, and this was one of the ideas that we had previously, way back, where we had the idea that this could be a structure where we have a structure coming down and coming back up, taking out potentially even the all-time highs and creating a expanded flat. Expanded flat is where we are going to be aiming to take out either of these pivots, depending on how you want to be labeling this, either with a WXY like so, or that you create a 3 wave in here into an A wave, 3 waves up like so into a, basically this would be the A, B, and then looking for C. So both of those are still on the table and both are possible. If we are looking at this kind of count where we are still thinking that we had this as a 3-way structure coming down, if it's kind of nicely this coming down, the issue is this structure over here. We are getting a bit of an extension here into 1.382 here on log scale and 1.618 on arithmetic scale. If it went any higher, then I would not really consider this to be too valid. However, now we have received a very important structure coming down, and let's take a look at that closer now. At this point, again, regardless of what the higher time frame is, this looks very decent as a 5-way move here. These are rarely this easy to be spotted in the stock market. We have the divergence on the right spots, and yeah, it looks very decent. The only issue that I currently have with this whole thing is how high this RSI has already gone. But that's still there. That's the only issue. On smaller time frames, we still might have some divergences here, but on these on higher time frames like 4 hours, but here no longer. That is no longer the case since we have taken out the highs. Now, I would really want to short this whole stock or Apple. I've posted a thing on Discord as well of the plans, how I wanted to look for this idea of looking into creating this kind of 3-wave here and then looking for one more up. Again, all of these are providing decent opportunities on smaller time frame, but the main idea here, what I want to be looking for, is the retracement of this 5-wave. Why? Is because, again, if this is a 5-wave, we have to consider all the possibilities. Where can we see a 5-wave move? Well, it can only be two things: either a start of something as a wave A or a wave 1. There's nothing else. Or it can be an end of something, meaning that it can be a wave C or a wave 5. Wave 5 obviously is not the case because, again, the trend is not down. Wave C, is that possible? Well, this would be A, B, and C. Look at how extended that is. That is so extended that the extension target hits the 3.236, and that is not really even seen on crypto. We have some potential crypto accounts where we've seen expanded flats extending all the way to 2.618 on even Bitcoin, but there is always alternate ways to label that and disregard that extension. So even then, that is not really at least a common target. And on stocks especially, sure, we have extensions here as well, with this being a potential three-wave, but it's not that common to see. So that's why I'm still liking the idea that this is more likely to be a start of something to the downside instead of an ending for this structure. Now, how could we play both sides? We'd be looking for some kind of structure like this. We had a move to the upside, taking out previous consolidation area here, and then we got a retracement down, and then we again started to move upwards. Let me clear this a bit. Get rid of these here. First of all, this here, this 23.6, if you can see it scrolling close to it. So 23.6, that is the minimum I want to see a correction taking before I want to be going with the direction of the trend, meaning that a correction should be taking at least 23.6% off the previous move. So generally we want to be seeing the 32, but sometimes when the moves are so massive, at least the 23.6, and this peak here did not reach that. So that is why I'm still thinking that we are going to go higher. Either we are pivoting from here or from here. Those are the two possibilities, and which I'm looking to trade. If this goes lower, I would be looking to go long against this low. This would also be the hedge idea that this would be indeed an ABC, and this would be the start of something higher degree, and this is not indeed an end of this previous count. But again, that would be not my main count. My main is still to the downside, where this would be the start of something. And if this indeed is a structure that plays out and we are going to get up here, I would be targeting somewhere in the 50% retracement of this first move. And again, if this fits into something like a 1-to-1, I would be looking for that as well as a more of a target as well. So anywhere around 185 by the looks how this currently is building. Of course, a lot can happen before this structure is even finished, so the targets will be different later on. But this would be the area for looking for that short opportunity, and the invalidation for that idea is completely at this top, all-time highs. Then we can, of course, if that breaks, then we can confirm that indeed this is very, very abrupt three-way structure to the downside, and this indeed was a continuation of something previous to it, so most likely a wave one of something. But for now, I'm still thinking that, okay, this is the start of something. Now, regardless of the smaller timeframes here, let's take a look at what we have here overall. So since end of 2021, basically, we've been in these very choppy moves, and only recently on the well, not recently, but the start of this year, we've had this massive boom on the tech market, supported by AI hype, and yeah, we've been on the very much of a roll to the upside, and this has been very strong. However, if this indeed is the start of something, and we are thinking that this could be the end of a B wave, where we had either the wave A at these lows or these lows, does not matter at this point, we would be looking for something like this. Again, targeting one of these lows here. This would be the one of C. So again, wave 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This would be really, really disruptive to the whole area. A 30% drop on Apple. Let's see how much this was. A 30%. So again, that would be very similar to this one. However, the difference between these would be that this would be fast. This would be a 5-way move, while this first one here was a 3-way structure. So this would be very much more on the news, even more than what we've had here. It would be very abrupt and very fast in that sense as well, and people would be panicking for sure. So if we get this 5-way move, I'd be very much interested in looking for long opportunities somewhere down here. Again, there's a lot of ifs and structures to be built here before that happens, but that is some of the targets that I currently have. But those are the ideas for Apple at this point. If you're interested in getting smaller fees on your futures contracts for crypto, at least for now, check out the links in the description below. And of course, check out NordVPN as well while you're at it. But that's going to do it for this video. Thanks for watching, and catch you on the next video again. Bye-bye.